Yep.
We'll see. I don't know, like, this is QMK's first, like, first TWC major. Like, according to their, like, profile here, they've played in a couple of Stratospheres, but...
Really? I thought they played in Tetris Cup 15.
I think they, like, weren't able to make it.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm misremembering. They weren't able to make it, unfortunately, but, I mean, yeah. We'll see if maybe this is the time to show what they're all about. Definitely going to be a fun one right here.
For sure.
And yeah, it looks like QMK exciting for WPL. I'm also very excited to see it. We're going to see a bunch of the top players play in that. So, I mean, if you can make it, it's definitely going to be a fun time, for sure.
Yeah, I will be there. I know a lot of people will be there. It's going to be a very fun event. It's always been fun. Like, last year when I was there, it was a great time. Yeah.
But now we're getting into this warm-up right now. OSW starting with the loop right there, but has to cancel it out. Doesn't get to the next solve in time. QMK on the other side just has a very clean board state. Has to cancel that back-to-back, but yeah, they just went from a 9-0 well to a 0-9 well, which is definitely not the best when you're going against back-to-back OSW right there, and they managed to take a very quick warm-up.
Yeah, that was really quick. Yeah, so WPL is a LAN event. It is also a Tetrio World Championships qualifier. So if you want points, definitely come on out.
Yeah, the LAN events are definitely good ways to get some points, because it's not as competitive as like a normal major, but it still brings in a lot of points.
Definitely gives a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, but moving back into the set here, we see OSW getting that back-to-back, getting all of those T-spins set up, but QMK is unfazed by it, gets a nice 24 spike of their own, sending OSW all the way to the top, but they get through it.
The survival here. QMK with another spike, and that's going to do it.
Yeah, definitely do not underestimate QMK, because, like, even if they're playing a bit slower, they just can spike and counter spike and do everything. And that's a really bad misdrop start from OSW. Gets through it quickly. We'll see if that misdrop is enough for QMK to start building a back-to-back chain, but then immediately cancels it and then gets timed perfectly by OSW to tie it back up.
Yeah. High game. Wonder if it'll stay tied. Or will OSW widen the gap with so much pressure? QMK living. All the garbage access. Going to make it out.
But OSW still maintaining that back-to-back very nicely. QMK making their way down, but if OSW keeps this back-to-back going, they can't, like, last that much longer. But QMK timing that spike perfectly, forcing OSW to break that back-to-back, and now OSW is the one trying to downstack through all of this attack QMK sending.
Tables might turn yet again. Okay, a lot of canceling happened now. Looks like OSW is stacking up so high for this.
It looks like getting ready for a big spike, but then covers the well with the eyepiece. Fixes it very quickly. QMK is not able to capitalize, but, I mean, that spike would have been very dangerous if they managed to pull it off. Right now, QMK building that back-to-back right now with the 9-0, and OSW is not able to get through it in time. And QMK takes another one.
QMK using timing really, really well here. Oh, the misdrop. They're gonna have to delay at the top of the board a little bit. They are gonna survive, but for how long is the question? OSW just keeping this back-to-back going.
Yeah,
Yet again.
like a really important thing to keep in mind, like even if someone survives a misdrop, if the other player is building back-to-back, that misdrop is gonna like cost them in the long run, just because they cannot keep surviving for that much pressure. And you saw that right there with the misdrop QMK had at the start. But I mean, speaking of misdrops, OSW's board is not looking good, and QMK capitalized perfectly to take another one.
Yeah. Okay, playing really well. Both players open with a PC.
Looks like no PC spam from either of them, just going straight into the mid game.
What about the mid game is this is pretty safe time for OSW to start building up that back-to-back. Already at 11. That eyepiece misdrop though, gonna complicate things a little bit. Gets the
Yeah, fixes it with the S spin, but has to cancel out of that back-to-back because of the spike that QMK sends.
So yeah, OSW doesn't have back-to-back yet, but won't take him too much time to build it up again.
Yeah, already getting 10 right there. QMK doing fine right now, but yeah, manages to get through all of it, and OSW has to break their back-to-back, but already starting to build another one with those Tetrises right there. QMK timing a spike perfectly right there, and OSW does not get the T-spin in time.
Yeah, right when OSW is dependent on a tuck, that just can't happen.
Yeah, it's just... QMK is just amazing with that type of, like, pressuring at the perfect moments when the opponent isn't ready. And it's, like, definitely something that shouldn't be underestimated. Even if they don't, like, back-to-back as much or pressure as much, they can still do that right there. OSW, on the other hand, had that misdrop right there, but manages to clean it very nicely and then continue it straight into some back-to-back. Oh no,
that one hurts. Wait, no, yeah, still not enough.
Yeah, that P-piece misdrop when doing the TST, that one's a heartbreaker for sure.
Yeah. Right when you're anticipating you have like so much pressure down the pipeline, but you just misdrop it. Hurts.
Yeah, and QMK starting to take a bit of a lead here. Won three solid wins in a row. We'll see if OSW is able to start like back-to-backing more, sending pressure more, and getting these kills right now. But right as I say that, they have another misdrop there. Fixed it nicely, but forces them to break back-to-back. While QMK, on the other hand, has a misdrop of their own right there.
Oh, and
has to waste that eyepiece.
Yeah, that eyepiece going to waste hurts a lot, and OSW's gonna take a game there.
Yeah, definitely something they needed right there to stop this momentum from building up even more. And right now you see QMK slowing down right there while OSW sends that spike, and QMK just cancels it very nicely. But, I mean, we can see OSW starting to build that back-to-back, and QMK just not able to fix their stack in time to get down through it, and OSW taking another fast win right there.
Yeah, that was super, super clean from OSW there. Feel like he needs more rounds like that, where he just keeps the back-to-back going to the point where QMK just can't defend.
Yeah, it's very difficult with QMK, who is so good at downstacking. They can get out of basically any situation, but I mean, when those moments occur where they don't have a good board state, OSW needs to be paying attention and like attacking right there. And right now you see OSW starting to build that back-to-back. Has to cancel it for a second right there, letting QMK to build a bit of a combo there, sending a tiny bit of cheese to OSW right now. We'll see if they can get through it in time right now. But QMK on the other side has a few misdrops of their own. Manages to cancel a little bit, but still needs to make their way a bit down right now. It's definitely like a lot of back and forth right now just because of missed drops, but I think we'll start to see some back-to-back going shortly.
Yeah, it looks like OSW is in the process of building it up right now. Goes for the combo there.
Yeah, massive spike from that. Like, it was like 8 combo or something there. But QMK, I feel like they didn't get sent anything from that basically because they are sitting at the bottom of their board right now while OSW is the one trying to downstack here. But QMK getting a little bit greedy with that back-to-back. Cancels enough, but is now already sent to the top, and OSW is able to get out of that tricky situation they were in.
Oh, and another great downstack from QMK. OSW survives, but a little more pressure, and they could be out of here. And we're gonna live, though. OSW or QMK going for a bit of cheese. Doesn't quite have the pressure to follow up, though.
Yeah, I think QMK is struggling, like, getting that back-to-back going enough to get the kills after, like, they make a mistake. But, I mean, right there, OSW gets that mistake and right perfectly QMK times there.
Oh, and
that team is dropped to start.
That's a really rough way to start, and just barely unable to get out in time.
Yeah, OSW greeted for the T-spin it looked like to cancel, but didn't get the T-piece in time. Should have tried to, I think, combo there instead, survive a little bit longer.
Still seemed pretty tough. The STSD after that, that's wild.
Yeah, that was a very nice cleanup by OSW. Unfortunately, misshops there and breaks back-to-back, but, I mean, QMK's in no position to kill right now. You can see them definitely taking their time, just focusing on the counter spikes instead, but OSW with all of those misshops right there, and that's the perfect timing QMK needed.
Yeah, the set is getting pretty close to QMK taking it. I assume there's like a pretty decent upset for QMK.
Is QMK seated higher or lower? I know they're one apart, but
Oh, Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, OSW is seated one lower, but I mean, QMK, I feel like just has, like, even if they're not, like, dominating with the pressure, I feel like they've just had, like, a handle of, like, the game the whole time and just, like, knows the perfect time to get the attacks in. But right now we see OSW on the offensive.
The Imus drop there is so bad.
Oh my god, gets the T-piece through, but it's not enough. Oh, that's so sad because they had the I-piece next right there.
All I'm saying is that if IRS existed in this game, OSW would be alive right now.
Yeah. Maybe one day, but for now, that is a tough loss to see right there. And QMK now 2 wins away from taking the set. But OSW is still, you could see, is fighting with everything right now. Getting that back-to-back built right now, while QMK trying to get through the downstack. Gets down a bit, but still being pressured so much.
Yeah, OSW is building it up so quickly. Coming out swinging. Back-to-back is going crazy. Just continuing, but QMK surviving really, really nicely. And like that little bit...
Yeah, OSW has to cancel it. After all of that, QMK still lives. What do you do when someone doesn't die? And then OSW with the misdrop immediately after.
Oh my god.
And QMK takes it. That was ridiculous. Survival by QMK and pressure by OSW.
Yeah, that's wild. Oh, but that's a really good spike from OSW.
Yeah, that was very nicely start right there. OSW finally taking another win right there. They have no wiggle room at this point, so they need to keep that streak going.
Do or die. Right now, this garbage is telling them to do. question is, QMK isn't gonna fall to that, and
yeah, OSW sitting at the top right now. Gets a bit of a combo there, but QMK right now is the one with the back-to-back. Has to waste that T there, causing them to have to break back-to-back later down the line. But OSW is really cheesed up right now. And then that Elvish up at the top! And QMK takes it.
Yeah, QMK makes it happen there.
That was very
GGs.
nicely done. Yeah, GG's for that. I mean, OSW still played very well, had amazing performance. I believe they played Blarg earlier and like managed to take 3 off them as well. So I think even though this is the end of the tournament for OSW, I think you're going to see a lot more of them in these brackets with how they've been playing recently. I think they're only going to get better.
Yeah, and like what, seventh place finish?
Yeah, tied for 7 right there.
Yeah, 7th place finish is pretty good in terms of points.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I don't know the exact points there, but I mean, if you can even make it to top 8 in a major, that's like a huge chunk right there.
It's around like 40. I think it's like 40.
Yeah, looking at it,
46.
it's 46, which is, you only need currently like 22 to make it to top 64. So if you can get top 8 in a single like major, then I think you're pretty set for a while at least.
Yeah, like I feel like this tournament is going to shake up the leaderboards a lot from like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I think the previous tournament major, not including the LAN MTS, was Thai tournament. And that one didn't have as many players just because it was early in the morning for like people in the US. But yeah, this one is definitely going to shift the leaderboard a lot here, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think right now we're going to be looking at the other side of the bracket, which is going to be Duck Life versus Dormy. 2 like very strong opponents. I've seen them a lot in these brackets. I know I saw Dormy play Master a bit earlier and managed to win the tiebreaker, I believe. Or no, I'm thinking of a different matchup. But they played very well right there. I haven't gotten a chance to see Duck, but I know for sure they're just as formidable